We've all seen the crazy Widow plays from Big Boss Pine, Aimbot Calvin, and countless other pros. You've probably experienced firsthand exactly what an insane Widow can pull off in the rank ladder. In the right hands, Widowmaker is an absolute nightmare to deal with. And I mean an absolute nightmare. Hey guys, I'm Grandmaster Prey, and today we're going to be looking at the tips and tricks that you can start doing as Widowmaker to absolutely stomp your games. Even if you think you don't have the best aim, I'm going to show you how to make your shots easier and consistent, as well as show you how you can utilize your abilities to its maximum potential. If you want to up your game with guides made by top 500 professionals, visit GameLeap.com or click the link below. Start smashing ELO hell and carry your games today. Let's start off with how you can make your shots easier. Let's take a look at this image. On the left we see a horizontal view of our little stick friend. On the right we see a vertical view. We can already see that we can see more of the head on the vertical view. Assuming that a vertical view is what we will be seeing when we have high ground above anyone, we can safely come to the conclusion that high ground equals easier headshots. This applies to every single hero that has some sort of aim mechanic, hit scan, or projectile. Now that I've shown you guys just how important high ground is for aim heroes, let's take a look at how you can apply this information to get some nasty picks. Alright guys, I guarantee you 99% of people jump spam in Overwatch. I'm sure you've caught yourself doing it or just haven't noticed. The truth is that you can abuse people's habits to land consistently easy headshots. The next time you play a game of Overwatch, notice how often other people jump and how often you jump. Safe to say you're going to be noticing a lot of people role-playing bunnies. This is a horrible habit that you can completely abuse to stomp your games and get easy headshots. When a character jumps, they're locked in a predictable arc-like movement until they land on the ground. At the apex of this arc, they're going to slow down for just a moment. This is where you just click their heads. I know it sounds easier said than done, but I assure you it's just that simple. When they're in the middle of their jump, they've basically painted a bullseye on their head and handed you a gun with heat-seeking rounds. Pairing that with the importance of high ground, we can totally just see how Widowmaker can be made easy. An absolutely crucial trick that a lot of Widowmakers don't think about is baiting out enemy cooldowns with their grapple. Pesky Genji or Winston bothering you? Don't use your grappling hook until they use their jump cooldowns on you. If they use their dashes on you, you'll have grappling hook up, giving you not only that high ground we talked about previously, but also you'll be away from their effective range, scoring a free kill on a dashless Genji or a jumpless Winston, etc, etc, or just making them back off. Keep in mind what each hero can do to get to you. For example, a Tracer will have a much harder time getting to you in high ground than a Genji will. A lot of Widowmakers don't use Venom Mine properly. They think it does nothing and just never use it or just chuck it out to the enemy team. A Widowmaker that uses Venom Mine correctly will have a much easier time 1v1ing diving Genjis or Tracers. Place a Venom Mine where you're standing. Venom Mine has a 15-second cooldown, so you're going to have to think ahead to where you want to be positioned. But Venom Mine does 75 damage over time, and when you place it down, the cooldown starts for the next one, but you still have that one on the ground. This way, during a close-up fight with someone, you have the arsenal of 2 Venom Mines. That's 150 damage. That leaves you with just having to SMG them a little and melee for that extra damage. Another way Widowmaker can effectively use Venom Mine is by placing it in flank positions. Generally, wherever someone can flank you while you're in a position, just to ruin your day. When they run into it, you're going to hear that trap trigger. That's when you know they're coming for you, so you won't get one shot out of nowhere. The Venom Mine will allow you to see them past the wall, so you'll be able to decide whether you can get an unexpected wall pick or reposition. Either way, one good habit you want to make is to call out wherever your mine gets triggered from a flank position. Because of this, you're able to alert that, hey, there's a Genji behind you, to your healers, allowing them to play accordingly and get peel that they need. You can use these tips to make your Widow play a lot more consistent. Either way, the biggest selling point of Widowmaker is mechanical aim. When it comes to Widowmaker, nothing beats raw mechanical aim. Practice is going to be the ultimate deciding factor in just how well you can make Widow work. For practice, I personally use a program called Kovacs FPS Trainer. You can practice all sorts of Overwatch scenarios like Pharah's aim, hitting Tracers, McCree, and my favorite thing to practice on it, flicking. I use a fun little mini game called Jump Tile Frenzy to see just how fast I can flick from target to target. This isn't a sponsor or anything guys, I just bought this program for myself on Steam and it's been helping me warm up my aim a lot better than anything else I've tried. You can also use this to find the right sensitivity for you. You can input your own Overwatch sensitivity and test it out to see how comfortable different sensitivities are for you. Also a side note, Widowmaker's 1-to-1 scope to ratio is 37.89 on the relative aim sensitivity. 37.89 is going to make it so being scoped in will be the same sensitivity as not being scoped in. Props to the guys over at Reddit for figuring that one out. Alright guys, so here we have Carpe playing Widowmaker on Junkertown. So what we're seeing right off the bat is that he's waiting for those jumps to happen on that Genji, so he tries to get the easy headshots on him. Fortunately he doesn't get the shot there, but you still see that critical principle being added at that point. The reason he's not moving up here is because he knows he's not going to be able to just 1v6 this, so he's going to go ahead and see if he can get any picks on the support. Gonna back off on Genji. He knows he has grappling hook, so he can play up this far. If he didn't have grappling hook, he'd have a hard time with the Genji, and the Genji would just absolutely destroy him. Now he's just gonna go ahead and look for some more picks here, and he actually gets one, which is really good, but I don't think they win this one. He tries to go ahead and 1v1, and one thing I want to show you guys here is something very, very important, very, very crucial on Widowmaker for 1v1ing. So what he does here is he just plays with the Widowmaker. He crouches right when the Widowmaker goes ahead and shoots. You guys can really put this into your gameplay. So Widowmaker's right click has a charge on it, so you can actually time when the Widowmaker is going to shoot your head, so you can crouch at the right time. And if we go back here, what we see is that he's crouching. He crouches right at the right time, and it actually dodges as a result. So you see that. And I believe he actually loses here, but he's just a really good Widow 1v1 tactic here. And he, oh wait, no, he does kill Widowmaker, but he dies here as a result. Yeah, right here he dies. But anyways, very good play from Carpe. So right here, Carpe gets high ground, really good. He's trying to get a pick, and what he does right here is a very good example of watching flanks with Venom Mines. So because he put that Venom Mine, he's able to see whenever somebody comes up there, so he can go ahead and position accordingly. So basically that part of the flank is covered for him. He has grapple, he knows he can go ahead and play up on that and try to get some very aggressive picks. Let's see what happens. And now he knows where the Genji is, so he doesn't really need to be scared that much, because Genji did use deflect. Yep, and right here, exactly. So the Venom Mine right here triggered, so as a result, he knows that somebody's over there. He goes ahead and checks his Roadhog. He knows he's not going to kill that, so he's going to go ahead and try to reposition on Roadhog. Yep, so he repositions on the back here, so Roadhog can't get anything on him. Puts another Venom Mine down there. Spots the Widow on the right, so he's trying to duel that. Doing the thing. So what he does with the Widow right here, he's just jumping out a corner trying to not get headshot. And he's going to reposition to this high ground and just... Oh yeah, okay, so one really bad thing here. He actually went really aggressive here, and he wasn't able to escape because he actually used the grappling hook to go ahead and get out of position. So right here, he's absolutely destroyed. And he goes ahead and dies as a result. So you guys really have to remember that when you're playing Widowmaker, your grapple has to be, most of the time, just for defensive purposes, to reposition yourself away from harm and get to that effective range for Widowmaker, which is that long range, and get out of effective range from other sources. So let's go ahead and see what he does here. He sees where the Widowmaker is, and right here is a very good example of what I was talking about, with knowing the arc, the perfect arc, and seeing when Widowmaker gets a perfect headshot. So right here, if we see this, if we slow this down right here, we can see exactly the arc that Widowmaker goes for, and she fucked up right there. So as a result, Carpe's able to just get that free kill. Let's go ahead and yet again, just a beautiful shot, mechanical aim from Carpe. Knowing Genji's not here anymore, he knows he can play super aggressive and just watch out for the hog. So he's going a bit aggressive here. Genji goes ahead and gets res. And that's going to be his primary focus right now. And right here, what he does is just reposition himself because he knows Genji has dash. He knows Hog can hook him. And even though the Mercy's attacking him, Mercy's not really healing. So I believe he actually does go for the Mercy here. But either way, what he did is he used his grappling hook to reposition in the back out of the effective range of the other people. So let's go ahead and see what happens. Yeah, okay, so right here he has a really good foothold. He doesn't know where the Genji is, but that's fine because he's in the backline. He's with his team, and he goes ahead and sees the Genji here. Tries to go over here, just messes that up. But, you know, happens. Spots that Mercy. but he's not going to go up for it because he doesn't know what's up there. Genji might be dead, but he's not going to go up there just yet because she was actually pocketing somebody. So he's back on this flank position, trying to get some unsuspecting picks, and that's one good thing. And that's one thing you guys want to practice, just where to flank, and then your escape route if the flank doesn't go right. Generally, the rule of thumb is that if you flank to get one pick and you can't get out, then it's not going to be worth it. And right here is a perfect use of that Venom Mine. He puts that Venom Mine in that doorway. So he went ahead and put that Venom Mine over somewhere around here, right? And as a result, Widowmaker grappled up and stepped right into it. And so because of that, Widowmaker's now marked. So Carpe actually has the advantage. So he can just go ahead and peek him. But unfortunately over here, Genji goes ahead and blades. You can't really hear that in the VOD, but Genji does blade here, and he heard it around this time, so I don't know, he maybe thought that it was better to just go for the Widow and die and hope that the Genji wasn't going to find them, but either way, he goes ahead and dies here. But yet again, just a really good use of that Venom Mine, but just like I said, he goes ahead and dies. And right here on the third point, what he's doing is just getting that high ground, just trying to get some picks off. He's low, so he's forced to back up, get some healing. He's not getting any healing right now, but I don't think he's the primary target, but he's not any threat right now anyway, so it's fine. Goes ahead and place that Venom Mine on the flank yet again, because he knows if he can secure that flank, he's going to be safe from it. Because when that Venom Mine goes off, he's going to know somebody's there so he can reposition. Goes ahead and grapples up as a result, because he feels safe that he can be up there at that point. So actually right here he's like Mercy's not even looking at him, so yeah, so right here Mercy doesn't even look at him. That's just the Mercy right there. So now he's forced to back off because of all this. Still haven't gotten any healing yet. That's kind of messed up, but you know, he's just go over here trying to get the picks, getting that high ground, making it easy for himself to get those picks. And like I said before, guys, the thing about lower elo versus higher elo is that in this high of an elo, people aren't going to be jump spamming as much. They still do it time to time, but they won't be jump spamming as much, or virtually none at all. But in lower elos, people just do that all the time. They're literally just pressing just constantly pressing space. So what you need to do is just take that to your advantage and think of that arc that I was telling you about, the arc that they, like that predictable ass arc that they just like drop down to, and you take that to your advantage and you just carry your games like that. But Carpe still does take advantage of that when they do that, but it just doesn't happen as much. So right here he goes ahead and repositions back with his Zenyatta, because if Zenyatta had that Transcendence he'd be safe, but this is also a really good spot for getting cover as well as maximizing his effectiveness towards the enemy team, because right here he can see all of the team, he can see everybody. So right here he's just able to just pop off, gets that Orisa, gets that McCree, you know, just raw mechanical aim, but also that positioning that just allowed him to make that mechanical aim just shine. And yeah, he just goes ahead and wins that fight. And here he goes again on his prime spot. He really likes this spot because it just shows where people are. And right here, he knows he has grappling hook, he knows he has Venom Mine soon. So what he does as a result is he just goes ahead and gets that flank. The Roadhog went ahead and did a Mr. President get down kind of thing. But it doesn't matter, Mercy's over here trying to fight him. He actually almost dies to it, but no, generally that was really good because that grappling hook, he was safe because of it. He didn't use the Venom Mine, but he still would have been safe either way. Remember guys, if you want to up your game with professional guides made by top 500 professionals, click the link below to start dominating your games. Thanks for watching guys, and make sure to like and subscribe and smash that notification bell so you don't miss out.